Shalom, shalom, shalom. Royal House of King David, Barakatah to the Father of Lights. Peace and blessings to Yahweh Shai, the big brother and son of the kingdom. The water for your sacrifice, King. Can't wait to see you. We long for your return. I wanted to talk to y'all today about obedience. That's the topic, is obedience. But what I want to let y'all know in this body, in this house, is that this is a one-time deal. Now, if y'all backtrack me, right? I've been doing this for some years now. All right. Y'all see me sitting in this car. Shit, damn near every day, pretty much, except for somewhere, whether I'm sick or something happened where I couldn't do it, or something happens. But I'm out here every day, y'all. You think I'd be out here? You think I'd be here every day doing this if I had something better to do? I don't. I do this because that's what I was called to do. And there's a lot of y'all in here that still question yourself about me. You say, you know, he do this for attention, which I think is comical. I don't do this for attention. I do this because I love Israel and I love Judites. And if there's any Judites out there, I'm trying to reach them because I don't want them to miss this opportunity to get pulled out of this hell that we in. That's why I do it. All right, but it's only gonna happen once. Now, the prophecies have been fulfilled concerning me and concerning this. But a lot of y'all still question, man. And I want to let y'all in on some things that maybe I spoke on, but I'm gonna be abundantly clear again. All right, I don't get paid to do this. I'm not getting no money. I'm not getting no money whatsoever. You got guys out here, man, just fleecing people. Gotta pay for this, gotta pay for that. Gotta subscribe to the channel. They asking for dues. I don't give a damn if it's $2 a month, $3 a month, whatever it is, whatever they can get out of you. And they putting a price tag on the Most High's word. This is a lesson for anybody out there that's belonging to a camp that's paying dues and all that. You ain't part of nothing but a fraternity. All right. Let me get Isaiah 55. And 1. And it says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and you labor for that which is satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear, and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. You know what that's saying? It's saying that when the real king get here, he ain't gonna charge you for God's word. He ain't gonna charge you to unlock the mysteries of these scriptures. He's not gonna charge you, all right? He's not gonna try to bullwinkle you and do things to exploit you. It's gonna all be free. Now, you name somebody else out here doing that. Who? Right? My payment is gonna come from the Father of Lights, whenever that is. I don't care how long it is. I'm gonna wait for it because I'm already paid. I don't have to charge anybody anything. Am I paid right now? Am I rich? Nah, not at all. but I'm rich in knowledge, wisdom, and spirit. That's the only thing that I need. Now, as far as my earthly needs and all that, yeah, I get a retirement check, and I got to budget that the same way y'all do. All right? Uh, and I ain't able to get all of the material things sometimes that I want to get, but my needs is met. I ain't got to worry about sleeping outside. I ain't got to worry about, walking nowhere, because I can't really walk nowhere. I got shit. Our household got 5 cars between all of us, and I got 3 to myself. All right? So, I don't need nothing from y'all. All right? So, if you question yourself on whether you following the right man, I mean, just do the math. Where else you gonna find somebody that care, that that's not trying to be a slick nigga and get you for your money or anything else that you got? Oh yeah, they got men out there that they scheme on your paycheck, your woman, your whatever you got. They try to take it from you, and they'll sweet talk you and woo you out of your shit. All right, so this is only gonna happen once. That's why I'm out here every day. All right, I'm out here every day. I get up in the morning. I go get my breakfast. Like this morning, man, I was back at the Village Grill in my little neighborhood out here in Lancaster, having my my country omelet and potatoes with bell peppers and onions, and a bowl of grits and some toast with grape and strawberry jam and an OJ. No coffee today. So after that, I get up, come here. If I'm a little sleepy, I'll roll these windows up, and I'll take me a little nap, and then I spend my time with y'all. But here's at work, all praises. You know, once you get back, we spend time as a family at home and everything. But hey, I'm just like y'all, right? But I want to show y'all something that was revealed to me through the Spirit just from reading. This is why you gotta always read, man. Always study. You never know what the Most High gonna reveal to you when you spend time in His Word. I'm gonna show you something. All right. Well, wipe my glasses off. They always fogging up. There's a reason why I tell y'all you need to do what I say, man. Is it to be a tyrant, or I want to be all in your business and run your life? No, not at all. Not at all. See, if you're here, you got to do what I say, because you're trusting me with your spirit and your soul. You're trusting me that when this destruction comes, you won't be part of it. And if you follow me, you won't. That's my guarantee to you. No charge. All right? The reason you got to do what I say is because you're trusting me to take care of you for eternity. That's why you call me Father, because you're going to need one. You're going to need one. All right? You're going to need a king that got the resources, the military might to defend you against all attacks, so your ass don't end up back here. You're going to need that. And if you don't have it, you going back into captivity, a worse one. Even myself, all right? Starting with me and these brothers that are signed on with our military, are going to have to fight, all right, to keep our freedom. And fight we will. We're going to fight for ourselves, fight for each other, and we're going to fight for you. And I ain't talking about no, won't he do it, get on your knees, pray and fight. No, I'm talking about physical combat. I'm talking about busting motherfuckers' heads ripping their asses apart. Bloody combat. That's what it's going to take to get us out of the predicament that we're in. Sin has reached a level that is irreversible. So it's got to be dealt with through combat. There's no other way out. All right. So, my shit a little nappy, y'all. So that's why you need to listen to me and do what I say. Or you could do it yourself. But I guarantee you, you're not going to like the outcome. You're going to either get killed or captured. And once they capture you, they're going to poke you with whatever they want to poke you with. And they're going to take you where you don't want to go. And they're going to do things to you that you don't want done. They're going to own you. They're going to own your kids. They're going to own your families. They're going to take your wives. All right? And do what the fuck they want to do. Ladies, they're going to take your husband if you got one. Yeah. Same way they did in slavery, but worse. This is how we got here. This is a one-time deal to get out. Other than that, you fucked. This is why I'm out here every day preaching my heart out to you, hoping that you'll get it. Hoping that you'll open your eyes, those of you that are skeptical. Well, let me give you some precepts to chew on. This is Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. We read this many times, but like I say, the scripture is never done. There's always something new that comes out of it. Let's look at verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right? I'm going to read that again. Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, this the meat here. All right. But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Right? That's who's going to enter. So in order to enter in, you have to do the will of the Father. So we got Christians on here. They're never going to get it. But my words are to you that are in this body that have really been striving, but kind of struggling. You know what I mean? Which you shouldn't be now, but I got to cover all bases just in case. All right? Let me show you something. Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Why did he say that? Because he said that because you didn't listen to the Father. So when he says you didn't do the will of my Father, was he speaking in retrospect of when he was here and he told you to do this or he told you to do that? He told you to love your brothers and all that. We got all of that, but there's many other things that that Yahweh Shai didn't say that are being said now that you should be doing, right? So was he talking about that, or was he talking about a physical man telling you? Was he talking about his physical father that you disobeyed? Well, let's go to John 15 and 26. Read this before too, but check it out. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father. He's being abundantly clear. He shall testify of me. Now, let's look up the word testify. To testify means to give one's testimony under oath as a witness, to give evidence as a witness. All right? What does it mean to testify? In the Bible, it means to tell the story of how one became a Christian. Now we know, let me show y'all something. They always got to throw that in there. I'm going to cut the Christian off, and it says to tell the story of how one became. All right? What is the meaning of testifying? To make a solemn declaration under oath for the purpose of establishing a fact. All right? To make a statement based on personal knowledge or belief. To make a statement based on personal knowledge or belief. To make a statement on personal knowledge or belief. Now let's go on back to John 15 and 26. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you. Let's look up the word send. This is what it means to send. All right. To cause to go or be taken to a particular destination. Arranged for the delivery of, especially by mail. All right. What are the different meanings of send? To cause to go, to propel. All right. To point in a particular direction, to deliver. All right. Yeah. So you can't sit here and say anything contrary to the scripture. Yahushua said, the Comforter is a man. The Comforter is a person. All right. That's why he said he's going to testify of me. You can't get that from just reading the Bible. The Bible is a testament, but it cannot testify. To testify, the words have to be spoken. The words have to be cast from the mouth of a human being in order for it to be a testimony. And he's saying that the Comforter is going to testify of me because I'm no longer down there. And the same way I testified of the Father, okay, is the same way that the Father is going to testify of me. All right. Now, let's go back to, let's go to verse 27. He said, and ye also shall bear witness, because you have been with me from the beginning. You have been with me from the beginning. All right. So what does that mean? That means you live many lifetimes. All right. Many lifetimes. And because you've lived many lifetimes, your spirit and soul go back to ancient times. All right. Let me get Ezekiel 9 and 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. This is why men in this house right now are getting thrown out of here. Because they're ancient men. They've been there and they refuse to do what's right. Right? They refuse to listen. So, I've proven to you time and time again But I'm trying to show you why it's so important, why you can't just do what you want to do. All right? Let's go to Matthew, or no, let me see. Matthew chapter 16. All right? Verse 19. And I will give thee unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Right? That's the power that Yahushua gave over to Peter, a.k.a. David. Now, let's go back to Matthew 7 and 21. He says, not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, I'm not going to ask you to rob no banks. I ain't ask you to go out there and do any manner of wickedness. All I said is what? Stay on your square, edify, and keep your bodies, mind, and spirits for the Father of lights. That's what I said, right? I'm not asking you to entreat and love your brothers and sisters. That's all I ask you to do, right? I ain't asked you to do nothing out the way. Now, some of y'all done got complacent and got tired. You done fell off the wagon. Well, there's nothing I can do about that, but all I can say is you was warned, right? So, because you've done that, you're not going to get picked up. You're not going to get protected. You're not going to get looked after. You're going to look after yourself. And don't think that when Yahushua come, you know, that he's going to pick you up just because you feel that he is, because he's not. He said, if my Father don't want him, I don't want him. If my Father reject him, I reject him. So you're not getting no love on that. This is a one-time deal. Because look what he said. This is John 15, verse 25. But this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without cause. Now, all these people on here scoffing and mocking, all the ones that are chiming in when I put up the food that we have for Yahushua Day, yeah, the ham, the turkey, everything, they hate me because of that. It's the same thing. They hate me without cause. I get the identical treatment that Yahushua got when he was here. The same thing. And I got people turning their backs on me too. Think about it. Yahushua fed the 5,000. He fed the 4,000. But how many people were there when he was getting crucified? How many of those people revolted and had a fit because they was crucifying the Lord of glory? How many of them was doing it? How many of them was putting up? And none of them. Matter of fact, the same ones he fed, the same ones that he was there for, healed and all of that, then the one stabbed him in the back. That's what I get here. I get a lot of backstabbing. A lot of backstabbing. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 1 and 9, let me pull that up. Isaiah 1 and 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Let me read the New Living Translation. If the Lord of heaven's armies had not spared a few of us, we would have been wiped out like Sodom and destroyed like Gomorrah. So when this is all said and done, As far as the house of Judah, it's only going to be a few of us going, because a lot of y'all been faking, and it's going to be made manifest on that day. It's just impossible to get some of y'all to believe this truth. It's impossible until you see, and because you had to see it, it was not of faith. Now, there's going to be a bunch of heathens latching on to us. It's going to be a bunch of them. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 8. This is what the heathen's going to do. Zechariah 8 and 20. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitant of one shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before the Lord, and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also. Verse 22. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem, and to pray before the Lord. 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you. We heard that power is with you. Now, ain't gonna be just, I hope y'all don't think that's me. That ain't me. It's talking about y'all that are Jews, that are from the royal house, that they know you belong to this house. They're going to grab your garment. They ain't going to let you go. They ain't going to let you go. It's going to be some high level begging and pleading and crying. And you ain't going to be able to get rid of them. These men is going to be worse than women. Let me prove it to you. Let's go to Isaiah 4 and 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Now, it says 7 women. It's going to be 10 men. So the men is going to be worse than the women. So, just putting that out there. All right. So, Yahushua said, he that doeth the will of my Father. I'm his Father. So if you feel you ain't got to do what I say, you don't have to. But don't get mad. Don't get mad at the results. All right? Don't get mad. Don't get mad at me either. Get mad at yourself. Get mad at yourself because your ass didn't listen. And you fucked up the one time that you had to get out. I know everything is hard. I know everything is rough. I know you're short on money. You're worried about this, worried about that. Well, guess what? When that great getting up morning day come, you ain't got to worry about that no more if you go ahead and finish your cup. But all of y'all that fell off, ain't no more help for you. All of y'all that have pulled back and drew back from this house and from this king that has sought other kings. Some of y'all done that too. Some of y'all waffling. Some of y'all are, still channel surfing and shit, finding other men to listen to. Something I told you not to do, you didn't listen, and your ass got pulled away, thinking, oh, well, he's doing something. He's doing that. He lying to you. Because when the destruction comes, you're going to be over there with him. And that's where your ass should be. I showed y'all every bit that I can, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until that day comes. I'm going to keep edifying. I'm going to keep teaching. All right? I'm going to still sit in this old ass car. And I'm going to keep being here for y'all, even if you're not here for me. All right? I got to fulfill the scripture. And he said, when I call, you did not answer. So I'm still here calling. But like I say, it's a one-time deal. So don't ever think you slack and staying here. Yeah, I cuss a lot. The word said that his mouth is going to be like a sharp two-edged sword. And I ain't cussing to fulfill the scriptures. I'm cussing because I've been cussing since I was 6 years old. I cuss motherfuckers out. That's what I do. That's the only thing getting niggas' attention. So I'm going to keep Charles White and these motherfuckers, all right? All day, every day. Anybody that come against the house, they're going to get dealt with. So if you don't like my delivery or my procedure, I don't know what to tell you. What you want me to be like, Mr. Rogers? Now let's talk about this. Man, fuck that. Fuck all that shit. I ain't with that gay shit. So, I pray that y'all were edified. All right? Don't fuck this up, y'all. It's a one-time deal. That's all I got to tell you. I'll see y'all on the next go-round. All right? Love you, Royal House. Peace and blessings to Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the Father of Lights, Yahweh. See y'all on the next Get Down. This is your Shepherd and King KD, and I'm out. Shalom.